Hello, beautiful people. Welcome in the space to elevate. I'm so happy to welcome you here on the video and on in your ears from Spotify or wherever you're listening. This is the first ever solo podcast episode that I'm recording. I'm nervous, but let's try. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to try to, break some of my barriers as well. When I started, I never thought I'm going to record this. I kind of liked the fact that it was just voice. But I believe sometimes it's better to see what the person is speaking because you get the intention, you get the emotion. So I'm willing to put myself out there. And we'll see. I hope you're going to like it. I hope it's going to bring value to you because I think that's my main goal, just to bring the value to you, to the community, to be of help, to kind of motivate us to think about what we're doing and find some inspiration. And this is what Space to Elevate is, to be honest. It's just a platform where a community of dancers can come, and creatives, to be honest. I'm speaking for dancers as a dancer myself, but it's to all the creatives, all the creators, just to come and have a little bit of place when your thoughts can get aligned a little bit more. And I hope this is going to be just that. So here today, I'm by myself and I'm going to do this short 10 minutes, maybe 15, we'll see, because I cannot even see the time, episodes when I'm talking about a few things that have been on my mind lately, few, I don't know, maybe ideas, few problems that I've heard of. So we're going to see how it's going to go. And every other week, I'm going to do interviews with people that I've met on my journey, probably my students or creatives or people that are on the journey. So the difference between these interviews and the ones that I've seen and I see other people doing is that I'm going to be inviting people that are on the journey, that are maybe in the process of getting to where they want to be, because I want to deep into those moments that are right now that people are facing, the struggles or the great stuff, like things are different now that has been before. So I kind of want to tap onto this. A lot of times we speak with people that are already somewhere and they talk about their history, their past, but I want to kind of get deeper within the now, the what we are doing right now. What's the problem? What's the solution? Like finding solutions, not only about like finding problems or like talking about the problems. Like I'm all about solutions. I'm all about like how we can make it better, how we can progress, just elevating. Space to elevate. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Listen, this freestyle is going great so far, but I'm not going to jinx it. So yeah. Every other week is me, and every other week it's going to be an interview. And first interview should be out now, so have a look. Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, all this stuff, all this shabba-dabba, it should be there. And yeah, I hope you're gonna maybe be okay with watching me as well. If you're listening, it's still me, it's still the same format. So what I want to bring on here today is something that I've been thinking about lately. I think last month, and I was like, yeah, I have to speak on this, like about this on the podcast because it's such an interesting topic. And it's basically something that I feel we've never been taught how to do it. And it's almost like we think of it as it's a bad thing to do or is something that's going to take away from us, but it's such a valid thing in our lives. So the thing is rest. The concept of resting, the concept of taking a break, taking a moment, but in general, like we thinking about rest. So when I say rest, we think, okay, there's something important, there's something that I need to recover. But a lot of times we only think like just to recover so I can go and run again. Especially if you're like self-employed people and people that are on their hustle, I've just taught to just constantly go. And when you have time to rest, you almost feel guilty of it. You almost feel like, no, I cannot be resting that much. Like, I'm just like ruining my life right now. Like, we can be so dramatic. Like, it feels like such a burden to like rest Whereas like it's such an important thing to do. And I think like while we rested, while we're taking a break, is when we get the clarity, is when we get the okay, I can feel clearly what I want to do, not what I have to do and what I just am on the hassle of doing, but what actually feels good for me. So we've been taught how to work hard. We've been taught how to work for our dreams. We've been taught how to like get the career, just everything. But no one has ever taught us like, make sure you know how to rest. Make sure you know what rest is good for you. Make sure you take time to rest. Like be present with your rest. Not just like, okay, sleep is my only rest. Sleeping is just something that we have to do to be alive. I feel resting has to be also like very. I'm trying to find a word. I forgot the word. Not present, but just very conscious. I believe this is just like I'm just jabbing, like jabbing, not jabbing. I'm not jabbing. I'm just like I forgot the word as well. I'm just like talking about my personal opinion when it comes to this. But I've been on these like constant hassle modes and just running. And when you feel like you have time, you just have to jump on something to do. Because if you're not going to start doing anything, you're going to feel useless. You're going to, like, your validation is going to go down. If you by accident have some free time and you just feel like you want to rest, you just like feel guilty of it. I say stop. I say we all are, like, we should all be okay with resting, especially during COVID. It was so nice to see during that time how people started baking, cooking, doing puzzles, journaling, reading books, just these kind of, it was, even if it's just like an activity, you can call it a rest. When you sit down and do puzzles, you're resting your brain from everyday life, and you focus on this little task at hand, so your brain can have a moment to stop thinking about how can you get to your dream, how can you get this career or get this job or talk to this agent, whatever. You can just stop for a second and rest your brain. And I feel like even resting, as in like, if you want to stay in bed all day because your body needs it, why are we so guilty of it? Do it. I say do whatever you feel like you want to do and don't feel bad about it. If you have a week that you don't want to do anything because that's how you feel, it's okay. Because if you work hard every day, a week is nothing. A week might be kind of like something that's going to change everything. Because if you rest for a week, you might have energy for the next 3 months to go, but you cannot feel guilty about it. Because if you're resting, but in the back of your head, you feel like super guilty and super stressed about it, it's not going to be rest. You're just going to constantly put yourself down for doing this. And it's just going to be a burden, and it's not anymore rest. It's just more and more mental like weight that you're putting in your head without even trying, like you technically decided to rest, but it becomes a struggle. So what's the point? I feel we have to just be okay and become friends with the fact of resting and taking time for yourself and being okay. I feel like I'm constantly repeating this thing, but it's just being okay. I've heard a lot of people that are saying like, I cannot stop. I cannot feel like I'm doing nothing. I cannot rest. I cannot, sit up, lay in bed because I feel this and this and that. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, why not? Who said that we have to be like these like soldiers and work hard every day, every second of our life? Who said that? It's the society and what we think we should do, and it's the people that just like constantly put it in our heads. And I'm here for like all the motivational speakers, and I'm here for all the motivational talks, but you have to be careful with that, because if you constantly listen to someone that tells you like, get up, do whatever you have to do to get to your dream, if that motivates you, fantastic. But if you have a day that you listen to it and you don't feel it, and you feel like, today I don't want to listen to anyone, today I don't need any motivation, today I need to be with me, and today I need to just rest. Today I need a break. I'm here for it. Do it. You know? Just remember we have one life, and yes, you have to go and catch you can go and catch every opportunity you see, but if you're gonna if you're gonna take all the water that you have out from your glass, like, how are you gonna keep on going, you know? Especially if you do stuff physically, when your body is also there as a factor to be like, hey dude, or hey girl, like, take care of me, give me a break, give me a second, let me breathe. And also your brain that's just like full with all these thoughts, like, as creatives, as self-employed, as like people that have this creative work, like, there's so much stuff in our heads. We go through constant up and downs. I swear down, like, me too. Like, the fact that I'm sitting here, I'm never gonna say like I have everything figured out. Like, it's constant up and down. It's constant like analyzing. Even the fact that I was thinking about rest, I was talking to my flatmate, mate. We like started thinking like, we work constantly, and why are we feeling so bad about like stopping? And that kind of started my process that no one has ever taught us how to consciously rest. It's just work. It's just that. Yeah, so just wanted to mention that, just to give you a little thought, maybe make you think about if you rest enough, if you're okay with resting, what's your relationship with rest, and what will happen if you would never rest, or what will happen if you will rest the whole day. Just think about what is your relationship with rest, because I think that's an interesting thought process. That's what I did as well, and that kind of helped me just calm down a little bit. And I think my brain is very happy that I did so, and my body as well. So that's one of the things I wanted to drop in today. I kind of need your help I kind of need you to help me figure out what would be the name for this like short podcast with me. I was thinking about some tea time with Ola, something like that. But if you have an idea, let me know, shout me, give a comment. Like I said, like, I really want the engagement to happen. I really want it to be more of a community, not just me talking on the podcast. That's why I opened it. That's why I'm gonna try to see if we can do any collaborations. I want to bring people into the platform. Yeah, so that's just little future talk. But there's one more thing I want to leave you with, and it's about the quote I posted on the Space to Elevate Instagram. Is, I don't think you should chase your dreams, you should build it. It's very like strong, because I use words like should. Obviously there's nothing you should do. I think it's just very strongly put. You can, obviously you have an option to do it. But I stand by it so strongly, and I feel it kind of helps you be more present, because if you chase your dreams, you constantly visualize the end goal, and you want to be somewhere, so you kind of taking yourself away from what's happening around. You're just like very focused, and you see just one road, and that's where you're going. Whereas you can build whatever you want today, and if you think about building your dreams today, I think it gets more exciting and more productive to do things towards it. So you can see what the small steps you can make towards the bigger goal. And while you're building these dreams, consciously, step by step, you can analyze them a little bit more. You can analyze them a little bit more. You can see what works for you, what doesn't, and how you're actually going to fit into that dream, rather than just chasing it and trying to get there and then seeing what's happening. You can actually be present on your journey, and you can actively work towards it, see where else you can add to it. I think the whole journey becomes more exciting and more fun, because it's with you every day. So you don't feel like you're running towards something and you're just working hard towards that one thing, but you're present in your dream every day. You see, when you're building something, I don't know if you were building like castles from like sand, or like the Legos, the fun of building it is so awesome. It's not only like when you finish the project, you're like, hey, I've done it, you know? The whole like idea of building it and seeing how it's like what's the word? How it's coming up, how it's like, how you build it, how it's, you know what I mean? You know, the whole idea of seeing the growth, of seeing this thing appearing in front of you. It's so interesting. And then you can also see like, oh, maybe I change this, or maybe I add this, maybe, you know, you have so many options. So the dream becomes flexible, the dream becomes less stressful, the dream becomes just a bit more, it feels more true because you're taking active steps towards it, and it becomes more like within your reach, so it doesn't overwhelm you so much because you don't only think about the end goal, but you can see like how is it coming up in your life and how is it showing. I think that was the word. Yeah, that was a little thing I want to drop in the end. I hope that was a valid insight for you. If you disagree, I'm happy to have a discussion always. One more thing when it comes to like production value of this video, please don't expect a lot from me. I'm doing my best. The previous one, the interviews I'm doing with the friend's camera, and I still don't know how to do it, so it's a bit rubbish, but it's for me, it's about the value, it's about what we talk about, and it's not about like the crispy, beautiful, you know, photography. But yeah, it would be nice. But with this, like, I'm gonna grow with it step by step. If you wanna get a great production value, check out the Duke London. He's doing fantastic. He knows his stuff, and he's just diving deeper a little bit into street dance community in UK if you're interested about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to make it any longer because these are supposed to be short. You can listen to them in the morning when you wake up, or before you go to sleep, or when you clean, or something just like less invasive, like when you travel somewhere. It's just for me to drop a little boop, and hopefully it's going to like flourish. And I hope you enjoy me being very very expressive with this. If you're listening, I hope you enjoyed as well, and I'll see you soon, guys. Much love. Mwah. Make sure you follow, tell your friends, yes, and all that jazz. Okay, bye.